Hello, everyone, and welcome to SpotOn3D Office Hours. I'm assuming there's clapping in the background. Yay! Today I have Diana Herberg with us today. Did I say that right, Diana?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And she's quite a prolific little designer in SL. I hear you have like 16 gazillion stores. Is that right?
I do have several locations. I think I'm up to 20 in SL. Most of them, well, they're about half shops and half booths.
Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot of stores. So this is I've heard of a lot of people doing stores, but not quite that number. I've heard of maybe 5, maybe 10 at most. Why have you gone this far up in them?
My partner would tell you I love to set up new places. I'm probably a frustrated builder, and so I'm constantly looking for a new place to set up. And as long as the rent is right, I'm willing to do it.
Okay, watch out! You're going to be smothered. You know, avalanche of rental requests. You need a place here. You always read all those profiles that say, "Don't send me anymore.
Right.
It's enough."
Right.
And then I just wander off with my tail between my legs when they do that. So. Well, welcome to Office Hours, and Diana is a prolific designer, but she's not the only one who's come to SpotOn3D, and we can just start at the top. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your experience since you've been with SpotOn3D? How long ago did you come on?
Oh, gosh, it hasn't been long, maybe 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You're really new.
Yes, and I've had a great experience. I came on, a friend of mine told me Victor was going to set me up with a free shop. Well, you know, I had to take that up. And so I came on over and set up one shop, and then found out that I could have 2. And so now I have 2.
We actually allow you to have 3.
Are you serious? Well, I'll have to find out about that.
We have another version of the Chinatown on the SpotOn3D grid for the people who come there, so you can do that too. How do you feel about the balance between, because there's been some controversy over freebies, do you feel that the generosity of SpotOn3D is inhibiting anything?
You know, I was a freebie queen, and so I love freebies. I think they're great. I know that, you know, they kind of flood the market, and that's probably the downside to them.
Right.
But as far as enjoying them, I pick up every freebie I see pretty much, so I'm still a freebie queen.
Yeah. Well, we're going to try to balance things out on SpotOn3D. We've heard about the Slap Me. Have you used any of those Slap Me
no, I sure haven't.
Contests and the hunts? Well, we've heard from a lot of creators that it can create a real problem with not enough incentive to actually buy, because people just can sit around and wait for the slap me's.
Sure.
So we're kind of kicking around the idea of doing a permit. Like, you know, you have to do a permit. You do a yard sale in your town, and that keeps them from having too many yard sales going and hurting the real life businesses. So what do you think about that idea? What do you think about that?
It sounds like a great idea to me.
Because I don't want to stop it. I think it's a fun thing to do.
Right.
But you don't want to go in 24/7, you know, because then that would really disrupt the economy.
Sure.
So I figure that's like a fair price. We'll probably do a little stopgap. You need something to put the brakes on it, so it's not like continuously the same people taking up all the permits. So we'll probably do a fee to attach that and put that back in the community to help pay for musicians for concerts and stuff like that.
Oh, and that has been another great aspect of SpotOn3D. I've gone to, I think, 2 concerts, so the music's been great.
Well, thank you. Yeah, that's coming out of my pocket, too. I should let everybody know we have Callie Berman, who is the manager for, giving a little plug here, for Mankind. and she's also our PR and booking agent for Music Jam. And she's just doing a bang-up job. She's just really, really good. I found out how good she was because she came 2 days earlier on January the 21st before we were to announce our partnership with Phoenix. And if she hadn't come in early, I don't know if I would have known who to blame the heavy traffic for. But turned out she just started hollering and the people started coming. It was amazing. So she really does do a great job. But no, you can't have her. I'm monopolizing all her time. But if you are a musician and you want to have a venue, we don't pay gobs. Obviously, we're a startup for Grid, but we do pay some, and we'd be happy to listen to you. We also have special Music Jam events. We're going to back them off to, I think, once a month, because it's just getting really hard to do them. But we do these very special venues where we build a complete build based upon the inspiration of your music. And we're going to try to do something a little bit different. And this is kind of holler out to the fans to get you more involved instead of just having somebody sitting there in front of the piano, banging away, doing the same loop animation, Yawn City. And everybody dancing to the same funky dances. Yes, animators, please, please, please bring us some decent dances because we love to dance.
We do?
Yes. And anyway, so, yeah, that gets a bit boring. So I think what we're going to do is sort of like, have you seen those flash mashups on YouTube, Diana? You know what those are? Flash mob.
I sure don't. I'm out of the loop on that.
Well, you know what they do? They have all these people who like chat on their phones or online or both, and they all get together, pick a song, pick a dance they're going to do, and everybody practices at home. Then they show up at this predestined site that they only know about like 25 hours before, right? And they all go in and they do this dance. But they look like they're just people loitering around like a central, station or a railway station or something, or a restaurant or a mall. I've seen it in all three on YouTube. And it's so cool because suddenly a few people break out in song and start dancing. Then a few more people that just look to be, on their cell phones chatting away, start dancing. And it's the most exciting thing you've ever seen. It looks like so much fun.
Well, now I know what I'm looking up as soon as we get done.
Yeah, there you go. So I thought what we would do was do sort of a social flash mob on virtual worlds. Yeah. So the idea is if you're a musician and you have a song that tells a story or you've always wanted to do a music video of it, we're game. Come bring your song to us. But it's got to be original. It can't be a cover. Because we are broadcasting to the web, everything has to be done in original. So it has to be your music, your lyrics, everything owned by you. So if you have a song that you really like of your own, please bring it to us. And the idea is what we'll do is we'll build a whole sim build for you, and we'll outfit your most loyal fans to dress up and play roles in it. We'll give everybody a little snippet of a script, but we expect them to ad-lib as much as is feasibly possible without lots of great animations. Yes, animations. Yes. Anyway. Yeah, we really want animations. Anyway. So the idea is that we shoot it on the fly with everybody with their little scripts and their little costumes, and the musician can be in the scene or not, and we'll shoot it and make a music video for his song, which I think is going to be really exciting because it involves the audience. We're all about interactivity, but we've never done this in virtual, and I think it should be a lot of fun. What do you think?
Yes, it sounds like a blast, and I will be there.
Cool. Well, we'll be depending also upon the designers to make some outfits for it, too.
Sure.
I think that would be a great way to showcase your work, too.
Oh, yeah, that would be fantastic. I do custom work. I've done a few outfits for various people. Mostly I do the off-the-shelf stuff.
Cool. How did you like the fairy thing last week? We did The Music Jam last week was based on an album theme again, and this time it was the Enchanted Forest.
I don't know if I made it to that one.
Oh, you missed that one. Oh, man, it was great. It was really nice. The only problem was poor Chris. We had Chris Joel, who is Chris Kwan in SL, was supposed to come perform. And bless his heart, he lost his phone sometime before the show, so we couldn't call him. And then he tried to get in with an old client, and he couldn't update because then he lost his internet. It was like,
oh dear.
But we were real lucky. There was this girl named Zerby who was in the audience, and she just got up and started singing, and she really did well. She was all covers, but she did well. I would love to see what she could do with her own music because, man, her voice was really great. She sang that song, "I Remember What I Told You." That one, man. So it was pretty good. Anyway, oh God, I hope I don't get slapped with a copyright thing.
Oh dear.
Well, let me kind of catch up what we did besides Music Jam. This week, if you're in the audience, you see where I'm at. I'm going to the VWBPE. That is the Virtual World's Best Practices for Education. And yes, I'm trying to get my booth done, but I'm fighting sleep. And this is kind of why I'm dressed in, what am I dressed as? Steampunk. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm cool. I'm not. Anyway, took 3 people to dress me, okay, today. So, yeah. I'm just a workhorse, and a doll, obviously, for 3 other women to dress. So, but I think I look cool. I'm pretty happy with my outfit. But the whole theme of the Virtual World Best Practices this year is steampunk. So that's why I'm dressed as steampunk. And if you go into the VWBPE conference thing, if you ask me, I'll give you a landmark to the booth. And it looks like it's a little steampunky. And we're featuring our brand new logo. We've updated our logo to be more modern, and we have a brand new website. Yeah, I know. You've heard that before. But really, this is a brand new website. And lo and behold, everybody likes this one. Oh my God. This is only our 5th one because everybody complained. And hopefully we won't get the, "What do you do again?" when they go look at our website. So it's got a big, pretty picture, and it's got lots of little things that you can click on to make you say, "What is it?" So hopefully that'll work. And as soon as we get our main site remodeling done, which hopefully will be by next Thursday, so the next Thursday we should have it live. I'm putting some pressure on poor Victor. But then we can start moving on to developing our website for BizGrid and EduMerge. And they will be our next 2 grids to launch, finally. Because I know everybody's like, yeah, I'm sure you have other grids. Yeah, whatever, Tessa. Yeah, I do. I really, really, really do. But they just have been waiting on the website because we had to get the template set. So that's the dragging of the feet there. You ever done a website, Diana?
I used to manage a website, but I haven't had to design one from scratch.
It's pain, Well, you're going to see a big difference, and people already probably do. But if you haven't registered, or if you registered a long time ago, you should pass the word on that things have gotten a lot better. We actually found the magic 2 keys. One is the key account itself, the password. We put the word key in it, and that seems to help a lot. Because people were getting their key account password mixed up with their avatar password, which makes perfect sense to me. And so we make it now, and we send it to you in email. So you're pretty much covered there. So you can't say, "Oh, I can't remember it." Just look in your email. There you go. See? All better. And if it has the word key in it, remember, that's not going to work for your avatar. And the other thing we did was we swapped things around. We made it so they did their avatar first, then we introduced the key account concept to them. And that seems to have helped. We've had almost 0 failure rate on registration in the last month, which is like, thank God. It took us, 18 months to get that right. this registration thing, it's not an easy thing. And let me see, what else do we have? We've only got 20 more islands left on our current pricing, our grandfather pricing. The price will be going up, guys. We're either going to do a setup fee or increase the prices. I think it's probably going to be increasing the prices and skip the setup fee. In this market, I just think that's asking a bit too much. That would ask for some people to have to come up with, like $150, and I don't want to do that. So I think we're going to furlay the setup fees for, if we need to, we'll obviously have to kick that in at some point, but I'm going to try to keep it at just the higher price so that everybody can get in easier. It won't be a dramatic price change, but I'll be publicizing those as soon as the website is updated. Okay, let's see. The new logo is, we have two versions. We have a blue dot or white dot. If you would like to put our logo on any websites you have, please let us know. And also remember, you have your region homepages, that if you would have a website that you don't have linked up to your region homepage, just email us at support@SpotOn3D.com. And Sunny's nudging me because there's more big news. Sunny is our cloud master. Yes, yay! But he's also done something really sweet. He got partnering working on our grid. Isn't that sweet? So finally, you can marry somebody. Woohoo! And I even have a freebie wedding dress.
Oh.
Yep. Right in the freebie store. It's, you'll look like, you'll see yourself coming and going, but, it's free. So, Diana, what do you like to make? I see you in a lot of gowns. Is primarily what you make, or do you make other stuff?
I used to make other dresses, and just last month I decided to specialize in the gowns and kind of cut back my inventory of casual dresses.
Okay.
The gowns seem to sell the best. I like making them the best. It's all kind of about doing what I love to do. So I focus on big hoop ballroom gowns, which the gentlemen don't really appreciate all that much because it looks like they're dancing in your hoop. But and I'm trying to do some like the one I'm wearing. I'm sorry.
I think it's because they can't see the legs.
Right, and the one I'm wearing is not a big hoop, and I'm trying to experiment and do some that are not to mix it up a little bit, but most of my gowns are big hoop gowns.
You know what I like? I like the kind with the little, it's like a fishtail at the bottom. It's really tight.
Yes.
Until you get to the bottom. I love that.
I made one of those. My partner called it the goldfish because it was gold.
There you go. So, you have casual stuff too as well, though?
I did. I phased it out and retired it last month.
No.
And
Kyrie, bring it back out.
I had kind of a blowout sale on it. Now, I could bring it back out in SpotOn3D.
Oh, we love that.
It's never been there, so I may do that.
That'd be cool. Do you make pants or shorts or tops or anything like that?
I've made them all, but mostly I make dresses. I like the flexi skirts.
Yeah.
So I make those.
Now, I made a skirt in Spot On for the business users because, one of the things is you sit down, and what happens? Your leg shows.
Yes.
So I did kind of a gaucho where I found I put the sculpt that I had normally put underneath the skirt, and then I engineered petals over it, of course. So I had the flexi moving, so you just wouldn't see this stiff sculpty. And then I put two more sculpties. I turned it actually sideways so the butt really curved along my hip. Mm-hmm. And it really worked rather well. And so I had the same kind of pleated edge. And I bet you didn't think you were going to have a how to make a skirt day. Anyway, but anyway, when I sit down, then it looks like my skirt's, still around my legs.
Mm-hmm.
It works out really well. It's just, you're wearing 4 pieces because they got to be attached to the thighs.
Right.
The only thing, I'm sure if they look in their box, they go, "Oh my God, how many skirts do I have here?" But, hey, it really works. It looks great when they sit in. It's one of the things some of the more conservative people on our grid have asked for because they just don't like the idea, they feel like they're showing their undies, even though they look more like biker shorts. But it does kind of bother me, too. That's why I rarely wear a skirt unless it's really short like this one because it just looks funny. But maybe when we get mesh, we'll get, skirts that'll move with us without making our butts look really huge. That would be really nice. That's my wish list for the last 7 years. I don't know about you.
Yes, I think that's on everybody's wish list. It would be really nice, and I hear so many promises of mesh. I hope it fulfills them.
Well, I heard it's still a bit buggy and unstable, and they haven't finalized the price of a mesh yet. So, yeah, they have this real convoluted kind of calculation. I don't know why they do that. I'm so mathematically challenged. I don't even know how much money I spend when I spend. But maybe that's, like, on purpose. On SpotOn, we just do it plain because, I am a math idiot. $1 equals 100 SO bucks. That's so I don't have to break out the freaking calculator to shop. So I was wondering about that. As a designer, do you think it would be better if we price things like the same dollar amount as Linden Labs, or do you prefer the easier one? What do you think?
I struggle with that myself. When I bring gowns over, do I keep the price the same or do I adjust it for the difference? And so far, I've opted to take the easy way out and just make them all 150 SpotOn.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yes, and hopefully have them be easy to pick up once people have a reason to pick them up. Now, you said we need animators, and we definitely need couple dances.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because nobody's got a reason to wear gowns.
And he's an Italian, and he's going to be singing very romantic songs.
Yes.
So I'm going to go begging and pleading to every animator I know tomorrow. I can't do it today, but I can do it tomorrow. And
sure.
And I plead with all our supporters and all our members and all our residents and all our designers. Send note cards to your favorite artists, to your favorite creators, because if I go, I'm just one more grid begging for content. If you go, you're a paying customer that they can make money off of. Woohoo! Now, the first thing they're going to ask you is, how many people are on the grid? Okay, I'm going to tell you right now. If you hear about a grid that last month had 35 concurrency and suddenly says they're 300, let me see. I don't think so. Okay. Historically, just by so you know, it takes about to have 300 concurrency, you would have to have 3,000 active members, not 3,000 registered, 3,000 active, and there's a big difference between the two. So, I think. How do you feel about the chicken and egg thing? You understand what I mean when I say that, right?
Chicken and egg?
Yeah, we have the designers who come and say when you're at SL's level, I'll come over.
Yes. Well, it takes designers to create SL's level, and I kind of struggle with that myself. In SL, it's all about getting traffic, and I come over to SpotOn, and as far as ballroom gowns go, there's not a lot of traffic. Not yet. But, there's not a reason for there to be yet. And if no one comes over, there won't be. And I've really, now that I'm there, I'm very happy to be on the ground floor and one of the first choices that people have when they do come.
Yep. Well, the other thing I try to point out is that it's not really, not that we won't be working on the traffic, obviously. We want mass adoption. Yes, we do. But the Double Dutch delivery, have you started getting going with that? Because I know.
Now, I already had all my products in Second Life, and so I just brought them all to SpotOn. I did not set up Double Dutch delivery, but I know most of the merchants have.
Yeah. We're actually getting a fair amount of people linking up their avatars, which is really cool, really gratifying to see. But that's our other argument for there is, you may not see the traffic in one grid, but we've clearly got a pretty big audience in a number of the Metaverse grids out there.
Sure.
And if we can all come together and work together, then I think we'll have the ability to have all the creators in all the grids via the kiosks. And if they decide, of course, their own stores there too. I think the traffic then would be a very good argument when you get up to a certain amount. Then I'll open up a full-fledged store. That makes perfect sense.
Right.
But it's all about I know I put ads out, and some of them I get nothing from, and others I get a lot from. So it just depends upon what you see and where you put it, and it's a roll of the dice. And it may be nothing one week and then a whole lot next. Just depends upon what the site's doing, and what stories are running. So it's really hard to determine a grid's value by one visit.
Right.
And I would say this is not just about SpotOn, but there's a lot of struggling grids out there that need content and have great designs, great ideas, great possibilities. But the one thing that's stopping them is the lack of content, because it's very hard to get users to adopt you if you don't have something. Because look, shopping. I mean, guys, this is a girl's favorite pastime is to go shopping. I mean, I feel so deprived when I go back to SpotOn from Second Life because, I am known in Second Life for never wearing the same thing twice. And I've had to wear the same thing for 2 years. Okay? Feel sorry for me. Come over. Yes.
Well, I was very pleased to discover how easy it was to take my content to SpotOn and also in Worlds. I'm there also. And once I got the hang of it, it was really quick. I think I got set up within a couple days.
Cool. Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
I thought I saw a question, but maybe that's something else. Okay, that was something else. Okay. Does anyone have any questions from the audience? The audience. Anyone raising their hand at me? Hey, Bobby. Hey, Robusta. Let me see, events. We have 3 events this weekend. We have 3 musicians, and let me get my notes out so I can do this. See, this is Callie's job, not mine. I'll try to get this right. Hold on, I gotta scroll up to get their hours. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I should have this written down. I know I should. Okay, Friday is Noma Falta at 3 p.m. SL time at the Music Jam stage, but we're probably going to have her perform on VSUM this week. Might have all 3 artists on the VSUM because we've got a new grid manager. Yay! Lisa Marie McNamara. I'm probably saying that wrong. Anyway, she's one of our resident designers. She does really great skins, and she does, what else does she do? Eyes, and oh my gosh, she's an awesome builder for buildings, very modern buildings. She's really good at it. So she just showed a lot of enthusiasm, and she helped us out at the gate. And then Caliburn stepped down because he decided he didn't want his hobby and fun to become a job. And I think maybe he didn't like me being his boss. It's okay. I don't take it personally. And I don't blame him. There's times I wish I had made this my job, so I don't blame him at all. So thank goodness Lisa was there and able to pick up the ball and run with it. And she's got a really cool game, Hunt, that's going to be cross Metaverse, which is exactly what I like to see. A lot of traveling through more than one grid. And
I heard about that. That's exciting.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's going to be so much fun. She's got them doing all sorts of cute things. And if you're a mature account, there's kind of a ticklish little thing at the end that is at the very end. So if you aren't persuaded that way, you don't have to participate in that last part. But it's going to also, if you do have mature access, it'll give you the ability to see, Jim Dogg's new sim, Sexy Land. Oh my gosh, have you been by there, Diana?
I have not.
Phoenix, our resident builder who does all our Music Jam builds, Jim hired him to do his sim, and it's Bali all over again with all these sweet little cottages on the waterfront. And to get to them, you're supposed to boat around, and then he has a retail area too. So, Diana, another store.
That's right. That's right. I was going to say, at the events, if you set up little booths, I'm there.
Well, Music Jam does its stage at Visum in Visum. Music Jam stage in Visum.
Right.
It's right off the wharf, so it's right off the area there. So Jim's had this beautiful, beautiful sim made by Phoenix, and I mean it's got a bar. And the tables have tablecloths, and me and Phoenix worked out a tablecloth that looks like it's moving in the wind. It's gonna be really exciting, and the cottages, it's just, I'm in love with the place. It's just stupendous, and he's got a landscaper girl working with her, and I'm not going to say her name because I'll just crucify it. Seriously. So, because it's a new name, and I haven't heard her say it. If I hear her say it, I'll be able to say it to you. But until now, I'm just going to say his landscaping girl. Okay? And Phoenix Da Vinci is his full name, from Divine Design. You can check out his sim in SpotOn3D. Just tremendous builder. Everybody's really excited, and he's getting quite booked up. I wonder if he'll still be able to do my builds with me. Eek. He better. I'll spank him. So that is the deal with that. What else? Zay Thompson, who was here last week with us with our first one, is almost completed on all his builds. He had a little persnickities. He was our debugger man overnight for our new server. By the way, we got a new server on board. So we're ready to push through and start a promotion for our new region at their new prices. And this is an $8,000 server. It is the mother of all servers, and all our islands are shifted over to there. This server should be able to handle 2 to 3, maybe even 400 sims, depending on how many active users are available on it, actively using it. So we had a few problems, and if you had any problems, I apologize. But we had a few problems with some permissions that were a little too tight. We're never lacking on permissions on SpotOn3D and security for permissions. So I think we just kind of OD'd a little bit on the new server. So our team had to loosen them up again and put them back the way they should. And then scripts were running and fine and everything. We have noticed if you do a lot of building, sometimes you'll have some abnormalities. It's something we're looking at, so if you do have it and you have any details, please report it as much as possible, and make sure you let us know where you are in the country, because we have sneaky suspicion it might be because the server's so far away from Zay, because he's in Australia, but we figure if other people have the same problem of, like, he has boxes that don't look like they're there, but I can see them. He has a voice problem going on and off. So if you experience any of these bugs, please let us know so we can help you work on it. And to report a bug, you can go on our Mantis website. Just go to SpotOn3D support, and you'll see a link there for our Mantis bug reporting tool. And just give as much detail as you can. Your computer, the time of day, the country you're from, the kind of internet provider you have. Are you Fios? Are you cable? Are you DSL? And that really helps us a lot to kind of track down what the issues are and how we can make it better. If it's a longevity thing, like you're so far away from the server, obviously there's a limit on what we can do there, but maybe we can get your server to ping it through a little bit differently. Yes, thank you. Sunny says https://mantis/login_page.php. Okay, so what's coming up with you, Diana? What are you doing?
Well, today being St. Patrick's Day, and I need to pinch you because I don't see any green.
Nope, I don't wear any green because I tried to be steampunky. Green didn't work.
I had been building up to today with a lot of green gowns, getting ready for St. Patrick's Day, and I'm actually relieved that it's finally here and I can move to other colors because green is not my favorite color, but I enjoy wearing it for St. Patrick's Day, so and enjoy providing it for others. But I'm looking forward to working with spring colors, doing some spring gowns, some prints. I love the prints. Not everybody does, but I think they're a lot of fun.
Yeah, and you know they just make you sneeze if you. Sorry, silly joke. I'm sorry. I'm a little flap happy because all this week, no, actually for last 2.5 weeks, I've been working the night shift because Mr. Fell had an internet problem. You know, Mr. Fell is our Aussie overnighter. And you're the one who doesn't like to see all the green dots on the map. He wishes we would all disappear so he could just build in peace. Yes, that's felonious. Really, he does provide good customer service, but he is quite a character, as all Aussie men seems to be. But yeah, he was fighting with his internet provider, because he did one of those bundled deals, and something went quite awry with it. So for the last 2.5 weeks, I've been having toothpicks in my eyes, trying to stay up and cover the night shift. And I do have to say I got a lot more work done. So that was a positive thing because there are nice, quiet times in the middle of the night. But let me see. It's 5:38 right now. I woke up at midnight last night. So you can see I'm like a little
punchy.
So if I say something silly, just please forgive me. Lil's Heart is coming in. She got her sim 2 days ago, and she started bringing content in. So this is Lil Heart of Heart Trees and Plants and Heart Gardens. Luna Bliss has been busy bringing in her things too. And Details Steffi. We've all bugged Steffi to death, and she promises next week she's going to bring us some more Details clothes. Yay! Okay. And, I forgot to give the rest of the list of the performers for this weekend. Okay, so we have Noma at 3 p.m. on Friday, and she'll be performing at the VSUM stage, and that is to premiere and welcome Lisa Marie, our new grid manager for VSUM. So please make sure you go around and give Lisa a big hug and thank her for being here and thank her for helping us with VSUM. VSUM is our largest community because, of course, it's the non-themed recreational grid. So if you're not sure where you quite belong, it would be a great place to start. And you can always move later on. And no, we don't charge you for that because it takes like 2 seconds. So then we have on Saturday, Ahmed. And you know what? I don't know his last name. Let me look it up. I'm sorry. You know, I'm so ill prepared because I'm. But I do have his. Just give me just 1 second and I'll get this. Okay, performers. See, you don't understand. I gotta go through like 6 folders just to get to. Okay, Ahmed. No, that was the wrong folder. That was, okay, there we go. Let me see what his last name is. If I can look at this picture. Can you open the picture, please? Thank you. Open the picture. Yes. Oh, McCollin. Amleth. Amleth. How would you say that, Diana?
I think Amleth is it.
Amleth. Okay. McCollin. And oh my God, he's so handsome. Oh my God, if you could see this guy's picture, God, I hope I can make him look this good in my grin. I have one of the girls, I think Lisa Marie's working on his skin for him.
Yes, she was last night.
Was it hot looking?
I didn't see it. I saw the back of her head.
Well, I'm supposed to make his hair. Hoo-hoo. Okay, when do I have to have this? Saturday. Oh, God. Okay. So, Saturday, hair for a mess. Okay. He's going to be performing at 12 p.m. SL time, and I think he'll probably be on the main stage by SpotOn3D particularly because most of his fans are, guess what, Italian, and they don't speak English. So I figure we keep them close to home and not make them run all over the place. Yes, and Sunny, thank you, Sunny. You are so sweet. If you need to, you can always look this up on our calendar, which is right here. And I'm sure Mr. Robustus, the ever wonderful magician of Metaverse TV, will manage to get that up there in the window for us. But we have a calendar that we're running all the time. We usually have our events booked at least a week ahead, sometimes longer, so that you can plan your events around. And please come join us for our events and tip generously, because they're really great musicians. I got to say, Callie does a bang-up job of getting musicians who are really quite unique and have a wonderful sound, and they are just extremely talented because they usually perform all the instruments with just, I don't know about you, Diana, but that blows me away. All I could manage was a piano. I don't know how they do it all.
It is wonderful. I really wish that I could play a guitar because I love to hear the acoustic guitars.
Yeah, I know. They're beautiful. Let's do the kumbaya, okay? Just you, me, ukulele maybe? Yeah. That's on the Bali Sim Sexy Land, yeah.
Yes,
yeah, virtual weekend, Sunny. Yeah. Okay, you got to get the ukulele now, Sunny. Sunny made this wonderful stage. It's got this whole section of buttons at the bottom that we worked on together. But he made all these piano, drums, the microphones, the keyboards, and guitars. And I mean everything you can ever want. It spits it out at you. And you can sit there, and it's got animation. He animates, too. This band does everything.
Great.
So, yeah. So, now he's got to make a ukulele. So I can do tiptoe through the dooless, do-do-do. Okay, you don't want to hear me sing. Anyway, and then Sunday, we have, okay, let me go back to that folder so I say this name right. Because I don't know. I just don't know. It's Babry. I don't have a last name. No, it's got to be, that can't be that. Okay, it's Celtic Maiden Warrior. Yes, Sunday 2 p.m. is Celtic Maiden Warrior, which seems kind of appropriate since it's what? St. Patty's Day. So we'll kind of celebrating it a little belated on Sunday. And I've heard her. She's on YouTube. She's really good. She's really good. But you know what? She wanted default wear. She wanted the default avatar. So she's not much of a fashion maven. We'll have to convert her, you and me, Diana.
Tell her to look me up.
That's right. That's right. We got to make her over. We can't have her wearing default. I mean, default is not horrible, but it screams like always, newbie.
That's right.
It'll scream newbie. So, well, I've been nudged by Deuce that we have like 8 minutes left. So, anybody have any questions? Anybody have any suggestions? Anybody have any problems? Please email us if you're not here to tell us what it is. And if you watch this after the broadcast, you can still contact us either on the grid itself or through email. support@SpotOn3D.com. And, oh yeah, Lisa Marie's going to do that hunt. We should have that out by next week, hopefully. And we've also gotten in touch with Gwen Carlin. Some of you may know her because she's with the Content Creators Association, which has like 260 people in it. And we had a really good talk today. I mean, I can't tell you. I just had one of those wonderful moments you get when, when you meet somebody in Second Life, you just really click. It was one of those moments, and I just love that when it happens. And just really wonderful experience. And actually, Lilith got us to connect, Lilith Hart. And it looks like she'll be coming to visit our grid, and hopefully we'll be able to approach some of the creators, too, to see if they would like to come on, which would be really great. So, I mean, huge benefit for us because Gwen has a lot of influence, and we really are very, very grateful for her letting me bend her ear for a couple hours and her dressing me today and and making me cry because she has this beautiful sculpt, and it's of a woman. It's a nude, but she's not pristine. She's not perfect. She's heavy, and she's got a dimpled tummy, and
she's realistic, huh?
Yes, she's realistic, and it was comforting. I don't know why this was so comforting to see this, and it's realistic because it's done photographically realistic, and it was just very, very moving, and I literally. I cuddled up with her because I just felt like I sat right next to the figurine, and this was by StarX, Lightwave, one of his sculpts, and boy, I would love to get that on our grid. It was just very a moving experience, and I think because of my experience, it actually affected Gwen because she walked up and said, "I really don't care for this sculpture," and I was like, "But I love it." Because even though the woman was overweight and her stomach was saggy, and obviously that's from having a couple of kids, and
sure.
And everything a little bit more plush than should be, she was still beautiful, and I think I think that was what was comforting to me because, as everybody knows, I don't hide the fact that I am not skinny in real life, and I will never be skinny in real life anymore. I had my day when I was a beauty queen, and that day is gone.
I
didn't enough money ever. If you all feel like you love my grid enough, maybe I'll be able to get a tummy tuck and lots of liposuction.
Oh dear.
And then I'm going to petition. If I ever get really filthy rich, I'm going to use it to browbeat the government to give every woman who has a baby, C-section especially, a tummy tuck.
Oh dear.
Don't, come on, let's get real. Every woman feels this way because look, I had an 8-pound, 11-ounce baby and I'm 5'3". Can you imagine what that did to me? Oh, God. And you wonder why I've been begging for a tummy tuck ever since. Yeah. Okay, so, yeah. So anybody who wants to get on the bandwagon for the tummy tuck amendment, for our legal system and health care and all that, let me know, because I think it would be hugely beneficial, because I know it's such, I don't know about you, but you're probably one of these women who had a baby and always looks good no matter what.
No, I am not.
Okay, well, that's good. So I'm not the only one. But, yeah, I think really we should sign a petition. I know we're piss poor broke here anyway because it's recession and all. But, one more penny. What does it matter, right? Everybody gets tummy tuck. They feel good about themselves. They can wear that bikini again. Yeah.
Sounds like you have a new cause.
That's right. Yeah, like I don't have enough. Mm-hmm. I'm dumping this on you, Diane. I'm delegating, not dumping.
Oh, I'm in charge of the tummy tuck amendment.
Oh, Okay, so Deuce is telling me we have to wind it up.
Alrighty.
I still say I have 10 minutes. I don't have 10 minutes? We're seeing. They're writing furiously. I don't know why they just don't talk. Oh, okay. We got Mal going on at 4 p.m., so we have to wrap it up.
All right.
Okay, but this was really fun. I enjoyed having you here, Diana.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to be here, an honor to be here. I was very flattered.
Remember, she takes custom orders, and we'll get her involved in some of the work we're doing for Music a Jam and maybe a few other projects that I can't talk about yet.
Great.
Oh, we still got some things up our sleeve. So keep your ears to the floor and listen up for SpotOn3D, Music a Jam, VSIM, and all the other grids will be spawning off soon. And thank you for watching! Woohoo!